Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Friends, today I'll discuss about the latest entry requirement for Australia. If you are going to Australia, Sydney Airport or Victoria, so what are the latest travel criteria you need to follow? You'll get all the information in this video. So friend, in this video you'll get a detailed idea what are the travel requirement for Australia or what are the documents you need to carry for Australia travel you'll get. So friends, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe this channel so that in future you will receive this kind of video updates. So friends, let's begin. So friends, from as of now 3rd January 2022, it is updated that international passenger who is arriving to Australia, they have some option like they will be completing their rapid antigen test or RAT test on arrival and on day 5 to 7. Means you need to complete your rapid antigen test on arrival and on day 5 to 7 you need to complete. Earlier you had to do a PCR test, so instead of PCR test you can do rapid antigen test and you are not required to be isolated upon arrival in Australia. International arrivals, any passenger who are symptomatic or on test of RAT test, if they found positive, they are required to do a PCR test and they need to isolate until the results are known or results come. So these are the new international arrival policy. So friends, now I'll discuss about that who is eligible to travel to Australia. So friends, fully vaccinated eligible visa holders will be allowed to travel to Australia without requiring an individual travel exemption. So if you are fully vaccinated, so you will be able to travel to Australia without an individual travel exemption. If you are not fully vaccinated, then you need to get this exemption. And secondly, you need to have a evidence of COVID-19 negative polymerase chain reaction or PCR test taken within 72 hours prior to scheduled departure, and it is required for all inbound travel to Australia travelers or passengers. So everybody has to carry this PCR test taken within 72 hours prior to your scheduled departure to Australia flight. Next, you need to follow the Australian government's advisory for travelers of country specific risks through Smart Traveller. There is a website I will give in video's description. You will get what are the risk countries or risk travelers or information. You will get the information in description box and you can check the website. So next criteria is that it is a Queensland and Australian government requirement that all international travelers or passenger must complete travel registration documentation 72 hours in advance of their arrival to Australia. Australia considers you are fully vaccinated if you have taken vaccine 7 days before your departure. Means you have taken final dose or second dose and you have completed 7 days, then you will be considered as fully vaccinated for Australian travel, including a mixed dose of a therapeutic goods administration or TGA approved or recognized vaccine. So travelers vaccinated in Australia will need to show airline staff their international COVID-19 vaccination certificate or ICVC. So it is mandatory to show the airline your vaccination status. You can show this vaccination ICVC either electronically or you can take a printout and you can show that printed copy to the airline staff. Current vaccines and doses accepted for the purposes of travel are 2 doses and at least 14 days apart of AstraZeneca Vaxzevria, AstraZeneca Covishield, Pfizer BioNTech Commentary, Moderna Spicevax, Sinovac Coronavac, Bharat Covaxin, Sinopharm BBIBP Corby for 18 to 60 years old, or 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson or Janssen Cilag COVID vaccine. And you need to 7 days you need to cross since final dose of vaccine in course of immunization for you to be considered as fully vaccinated. So friends, these are the vaccine criteria, and in case if you are an individual and you don't have received you have received non-TGA approved vaccine, or the vaccine which is not recognized, and then it should be certified as medically contraindicated and cannot be treated as vaccinated for the purposes of their travel. So all passengers need to be fully vaccinated, and in case if you are unvaccinated or you are not able to get vaccine due to some medical reason, then you need to have arrival exemption permit from before departure from the Australian government. So after arrival in Australia, what you need to follow? After arrival, you need to stay 72 hours home quarantine. It is for fully vaccinated international arrival and who are medically exempt. And if you are traveling with child who is younger than 12 years, they need to follow this 72 hours home quarantine criteria. Another quarantine criteria is that private accommodation, that is hotel or Airbnb, is acceptable providing travelers do not share a bedroom or bathroom with people outside traveling party, no access to shared facilities, meals delivered to door, no access to shared facilities, meals delivered to door. Anyone they are residing with must also comply with home quarantine for 72 hours. Travel to home quarantine via private cars, CPV, taxis, not public transport not allowed, and no onward travel is permitted. All passenger has to fill up Australia Travel Declaration ATD, and in case you are not filled up, then the manual declaration form needs to be filled up. And if you have digitally filled up this form, then no need to fill up that manual form. Next criteria is that travelers vaccinated overseas, means you are vaccinated in the country other than Australia and you do not have ICVC, you will need to present foreign vaccination certificate, and that should meet all the requirements outlined on Australian Passport Office website. So you need to go through Passport Office website and what are the criteria mentioned for vaccine certificate, you need to follow this. So if you want to get some more information regarding Queensland public health directions, including questions answers, it can be found in Queensland Health website. Just refer to this website, you'll get lots of information from there. And for self-isolation period, which will end after person undergoes a test for COVID-19 and is notified that the result for the test is negative, then you can end your quarantine. So friends, I hope that with this video you have got detailed information regarding Australia travel. So these are the latest criteria who is eligible to enter Australia. So friends, you are holding Australian entry request permit, and in case you will need an exemption, so where to apply for exemption? So a person is not required to comply with requirements of this order. A person is granted an exemption. So the exemption request can be submitted using the Service Victoria platform or contacting the department by phone or other method determined by the department from time to time. A request for exemption must contain all information reasonably required by the department from time to time for purpose of protecting public health. So who can grant this exemption? A person may request an exemption from any or all requirements contained in this order, like the Chief Health Officer or Deputy Chief Health Officer, or the Secretary or a Deputy Secretary to the department, or an Executive Director or Director in the COVID-19 Response Division of the department may exempt a person or group of persons from any or all requirements contained in this direction for grant of exemption, if they are satisfied that an exemption is appropriate. So they can grant you this exemption permit if you are unvaccinated passenger. So friends, I hope that with this video you have got some idea regarding what you need to carry for Australia travel. So if you want to get more updates, kindly like and subscribe this channel. So friends, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.